Hi guys. All right, so I selected a poem from Bradstreet, which is the author that we just learned about in the previous lesson, and I'm going to demonstrate for you how I would like you to do your next assignment. So I selected the poem By Night When Others Soundly Slept, which is a poem by Bradstreet, and I'm going to just show you what I'd like you to do. So step one is when you receive a poem, you should read the poem all the way through first. So I'm going to read it. By night when others soundly slept, and hath at once both ease and rest, my waking eyes were open kept, and so to lie I found it best. I sought him whom my soul did love, with tears I sought him earnestly. He bowed his ear down from above, and in vain I did not seek or cry. My hungry soul he filled with good, he in his bottle put my tears, my smarting wounds washed in his blood, and banished thence my doubts and fears. What to my Saviour shall I give, who freely hath done this for me? I'll serve him here whilst I shall live, and love him to eternity. So notice altogether, that's a lot of information to process. So when you're trying to figure out exactly what it is that a poem means, the best thing to do is step one, read it all the way through. Step two, you're going to take it stanza by stanza, or even sometimes you cut stanzas in half and go line by line. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to do it on here, and obviously it's virtual. I would normally do this on the whiteboard for you, so bear with me. So, by night when others soundly slept, and hath at once both ease and rest. So my note to myself here would be, everyone is asleep. I'm gonna make this bigger for this stanza. So that's what's going on right now. Everyone is asleep. Let's go to the next one. My waking eyes were open kept, and so to lie I found it best. So she's saying, I was lying there awake. Period. So that's what that stanza means. Now, I'm going to move on to the next stanza. I sought him whom my soul did love, with tears I sought him earnestly. So I'm going to say she is thinking about someone she loves. He bowed his ear down from above. In vain I did not seek or cry. Well, this takes a little thinking. Do we really think that the person she loves is in her room bending down over her? Maybe, but this is kind of metaphorical. He bowed his ear down from above. When we think about from above, we typically think of God. So I'm going to write, God was listening to her. So that's the second paragraph or stanza. Moving on. My hungry soul he filled with good. He in his bottle put my tears. So I would say he made her feel better and no longer sad. Okay. My smarting wounds washed in his blood, and banished thence my doubt and fears. He took away her doubts and fears. Next stanza. What to my Saviour shall I give, who freely hath done this for me? So she's saying, how will I repay him for doing this for me? I'll serve him here whilst I shall live, and love him to eternity. So I will follow and serve God forever. And that's how she's going to pay him back. So now if we look at it in our own terms over here, we say she wrote a poem that everyone was asleep and she was awake. She was thinking about someone she loves, and God was listening to her. He made her feel better and no longer sad. He took away her doubts and fears, and to repay him, she's going to follow and serve God forever. Now you can talk about the poem because you now know what it's about. Breaking down poetry like this makes it simpler for you to understand, especially when it's written in words and dialect that you don't typically use today. This is what you're going to be doing with another poem of hers on your own. I'm going to give you that assignment in just a moment. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me or text me. Let me know, because I want to be able to help you, but it should be pretty simple if you just follow these steps. This is the poem that you will be doing your analyzing with. I'm going to read it to you, and then you'll notice this one doesn't have stanzas. This one may be easier if you just go line by line and add your text box like so, or every 2 lines, and then you can write what it is that you think is happening throughout the poem. I'm going to read it to you, and then you'll notice that you have an assignment that has this poem on it, and it is a Google slide, and I want you to do exactly what I did. To my dear and loving husband, if ever two were one, then surely we. If ever man were loved by his wife, then thee. If ever wife was happy in a man, compare with me, ye woman, if ye can. I prize thy love more than the whole mines of gold, or all the riches that the east doth hold. My love is such that rivers cannot quench, nor aught but love from thee give recompense. Thy love is such I can no way repay. The heavens reward thee manifold, I pray. Then while we live in love, let's so persevere, that when we live no more, we may live ever. So you're going to go ahead and take this document that you'll find on the checklist, add these little text boxes, and tell me what you're reading throughout the poem, or what it means to you. Any questions? Again, please see me. Have a great day.